right here, man, that you play when you feeling down on your isn't right. Play this shit right here and resuscitate your pimpin' and get you right back on your mission, right? For you hoes, this that shit you play when you ain't feeling like super hoe today. Play this shit right here and to spark up your hoeing and get you right back going, you dig? Dig this. Pimps for real, don't mistake it for fashion. The turf that birthed my reputation for mashing was the track with active, attractive hoes. Professional goers that attract the dough. Like magnets to metal, never settle. We scorching them fag bitches pedal for them portions. My whores win it all. Not the ones on the sideline wishing but didn't ball in the guidelines. My bitches did it all. Down 7 below in the snow for dough. Over 120 in the sun for fun. They mash for hours, hooker baths, not showers. Bright and early, down and dirty for the cash and power. They gotta get the cash, the towers, and reach it all to a pimp. In my position, I'm all but exempt. These bras not wimps, I'm like them renegade bitches. BFFs with tricks but never getting paid riches. Grenade bitches, they dynamite, blowing up on the pimpin' and missing when the time is right. But when they life gets strife, they see pimpin' shining bright, but they action is life without. Bitch, one strike, you out. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. See, that's the difference, nigga. The pimpin' mashing for these riches, nigga. Nothing like you master magician, niggas. Smoking mirrors with your game, hella extras to reflect the opposite appearance of a lame. Bitches coming from y'all, I can't rock with those. Tender-footed and rooted in them doctor shows. Soft shoe rituals, minute residuals. Papers on life support, your loot's and critical. Something I learned about when running my earn route and working with turnouts is murdering burnouts. Cause knocking one of you niggas for a scarred bitch, that's knocking one of you niggas for some garbage. I'm heartless regardless, empty with sympathy, but banked up to the max with pimpathy. No remedy for me, I'm like this. My life is vice grip, synced in permanent ink. You can't rewrite this. My blood type is P positive, beautifully deposited with a lot of it. I'm popping this shit, and when I pop it so hard I make a trapping ass bad bitch wanna hoe hard. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. Come on, pimpin', man, pop that shit. Show these sucker niggas they can't stop that shit. Let these hookers know if they wanna cop that shit. Treat the bag like it's hot, bitch, and drop that shit. And to you hoes, if you ever took a loss, bitch, show these bitches how to bounce back like a boss, bitch. Let them know that the best way to floss, bitch, is reach that paper to some pimpin' hoe and toss it. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. One of them joints right here, man, that you play when you feeling down on your isn't right. Play this shit right here and resuscitate your pimpin' and get you right back on your mission, right? For you hoes, this that shit you play when you ain't feeling like super hoe today. Play this shit right here and to spark up your hoeing and get you right back going, you dig? Dig this. Pimps for real, don't mistake it for fashion. The turf that birthed my reputation for mashing was the track with active, attractive hoes. Professional goers that attract the dough. Like magnets to metal, never settle. We scorching them fag bitches pedal for them portions. My whores win it all. Not the ones on the sideline wishing but didn't ball in the guidelines. My bitches did it all. Down 7 below in the snow for dough. Over 120 in the sun for All right. Excuse my tardiness. Well, I don't see the comments. Y'all already know what to do, man. Wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain. Hit that like button, man, while we get ready for this game. And let me see why I don't see my comments. Y'all can hear me now, right? I see y'all saying no sound. I think that's before I got on. Hold on just a second, y'all. Hold on just a second. Stay right there. Okay, that's a little better. Yeah, man, wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain. Hit that like button. And y'all already know, man, pimp first order of business. Got to hydrate my game, put some love in my body. Like so. Excuse my tardiness, man. You know, this a new setup, a new presentation. So, you know, I got to get this shit down, man. I'm still learning this shit as I go. So, excuse my pimping. Let me hydrate my game, man. Y'all go ahead and hydrate y'all's game, too. I'm trying to understand why. Okay, there we go. I couldn't see my comments in the chat. But I see the chat now, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and tapping in with it, pimp. Yeah. Hold on. Get this mic right. Okay, y'all can hear me cool. Jay Moore, you funny as hell with the pyro. No, 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 no. Shout out to Simple the P, man, my bro. You know, sometimes people get too excited, get to drinking that love too fast, man. But with no further ado, let's get into this game, man. You know, it's only 37 people that wipe their feet off at the door, and it's 61 of y'all up in here right now, man. Come on, man. Do a pimp a favor, wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain. Yeah, man. Welcome. And we're going to chop some game about young ladies in the game, man, that don't have enough belief in they 304ing. Young ladies that don't have enough belief in they peoples, they folks that they representing, and being guided and led by, and also not having enough belief in the game. and, what the game has to offer and the power within the game, what you capable of within the game, man. Man, there's so many young ladies that if their belief in themselves was just stronger, if their belief in the game was just stronger, just that one little thing right there be such a game changer, man. But a part of getting your belief system as a 304 in the right place is watching what you eat. And when I say watching what you eat, I'm not talking about what you put into your mouth. I'm talking about what you put into your mind and what you put in your life, the type of people that you surround yourself with, the type of activities that you involve yourself in with different people in the game, the type of conversations that you involve yourself in with different people within the game, the type of people that you listen to on the internet, right? It's a lot of people that get on here and speak about the game. And a lot of people don't know what they're talking about. And a lot of people ain't going to feed your spirit, the spirit of 304 within you. A lot of people, well, they going to feed you, but they going to feed you the wrong shit. They going to feed you the bullshit. They going to feed you the junk food of the game, right? They're not going to feed you the nourishment. They're not going to feed you the shit that's going to make your 304 strong and, empower you to be all that you could be in this game, right? A lot of people give credence to what people say based on how they look or how they make it seem on social media, the popularity contest. But, a lot of people that's popular, man, don't really have nothing for you, right? It's some people that are popular that do have something for you that's going to encourage your 304 and help empower your 304. But a lot of people, man, that be on this social media, on this internet, on these platforms, man, they not going to feed you the right shit, right? And I know a lot of y'all, like I said, you get caught up in the popularity contest. You get caught up in the fact that certain females are attractive, but all you got to do is listen. And especially when you know what to listen for, you'll find out real quick that a lot of these chicks ain't how they portray themselves to be. A lot of people in the game, a lot of people in the world, period, on this internet are not how they portray themselves to be, right? It's like night and day who they are on the internet versus who they are in real life, right? And you just got to know what to listen for, right? See, me, I love the game. And because I love the game so much, when I give you information on here, when I get on here and pop it, it's ultimately to encourage you, empower you, and strengthen your belief in the game and strengthen your belief in yourself as a young lady in the game, right? I'm never going to do anything to weaken your spirit, to discourage you from your abilities. I'm going to do my best to enlighten you so that you make wise decisions and that you go hard and that you reach things and accomplish things and have things that at one point in time or even right now, you might not even imagine yourself having, doing, or being, right? And, so let's get into the types of talking points and conversations that people have on the internet that discourage the strength in you and encourage the weakness within you as a 304, right? You hear a lot of chicks, man, they're supposed to be 304s that, talk about how they not going to choose a pimp who ain't got his own motion. In order for her to choose somebody and go hard for somebody and break herself to somebody, he got to have his own motion, right? But why does he have to have his own motion, though? And what is motion even really? What do you consider motion, right? Now, most chicks that you hear talking like this, they're referring to motion as, income. wherewithal to earn money, right? So a lot of these chicks, when they say, they not gonna choose a pimp unless he got his own motion, they talking about somebody that did know how to get money on their own, did got some type of hustle on the side, or something else going on. He's selling dogs, he a content creator on OnlyFans. He's shaking his hips for some chips. Whatever it is, they just want him to have his own quote unquote motion, right? And like I said, a lot of times they talking about money, and it's not to say that a pimp can't have his own quote unquote motion in that sense, but a lot of these chicks talk like that because they don't have their own quote unquote motion, or their motion isn't strong enough to sustain whatever lifestyle they want to live, right? Because if you understand your power and your earning ability as a 304, you're not worried about, what somebody else got going on or whatever the case may be. And, when you understand the value of people, you know that there are certain people that can give you certain things to amplify your motion, amplify your earning capability, right? And see, a part of strengthening your belief in yourself as a 304 is being on fire for what you don't know, right? A lot of people get on this internet and act like they know it all. They got it all. Everything is together. They don't need to learn anything else because they know everything. And, your mind is like a parachute, man. When your mind is closed, it ain't going to work. Just like a parachute got to be open in order for it to work effectively, your mind got to be open in order for it to work effectively, right? So, be on fire about what you don't know, because there's information that you may not have right now that when you acquire this information is going to open your eyes, it's going to open your mind. You're going to see possibilities that you didn't even know was there, right there in your face the whole time. You're going to understand that you're capable of doing things, that you've been capable of doing this thing, but you just didn't know that you were capable of it. You didn't know that it was available to you. Game, information changes things, right? So be on fire about what you don't know, right? Because what you don't know, that you'll soon know, that you'll eventually know once you seek it out and have a burning desire to have it, which is new information, new game. Hey, it's going to be a game changer for you, right? So don't get caught up in people, like I said, that they got the popularity contest beat, because a lot of these people don't even have the capabilities that you have. A lot of these people don't even have as much information as you have. And you should want to have even more information than you currently have. As much game as y'all may think I have, as much as you may think I know, and as much information as you may believe that you picking up from me, I don't know everything. And I'm on fire about the shit that I don't know. Because I know there's things that I don't know that once I do learn these things, it's going to empower me even more, right? So as a young lady in the game, as a 304, you got to be the same way. You got to be on fire about what you don't know. And that's what's going to intensify your desire to put the right people and things in your life so that you become stronger in the game, you become more powerful, and you get to checking it like you ain't never checked it before. You get to touching money that you ain't never touched before, right? You get to mingle in certain areas, and you prepared for the opportunities. Not only are bigger opportunities going to present themselves to you, but you prepared for these opportunities when they present themselves to you. Because you have a lot of that going on in the game too, man. You got a lot of chicks that be in certain places and have certain opportunities presented to them, but they just not prepared. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to say. Right? They don't know how to read people and situations. They don't know how to identify the right things, and from there, do the right things based on what they identify. Right? A lot of chicks be having golden opportunities to make big things happen when they just not prepared. Right? So as a 304, you want to be prepared for these opportunities. And you got to know that these opportunities are out there. You might not know where they're going to come from. You might not know how they're going to come. You definitely don't know when they're going to come. But you just got to know that they're there. And they will present themselves to you once you be on fire about what you don't know. Right? Because the pimping, man, the pimping is a library of what you don't know. Right? The pimping is Google in regards to what you don't know about this game. Right? You know what I mean? When you get with some pimping, just like how you get on your phone and you Google some shit, or you say, hey, Google, you know what I mean? Where can I find this? Or how do I do this? Or, you can ask Google anything. That's how the pimping is with this game. You get on the phone and say, hey, pimping, how do I break this trick that's in front of me right now that, runs a Fortune 500 company and, got this going on and that going on. Hey, pimping, what do I say? Hey, pimping, what do I do? And pimping going to be like Google or Siri and be like, here's what I found. Get in his ear, tell him what he want to hear, and don't have no fear. Believe in the game and yourself, bitch. Nah. For real though. You got to be on fire about what you don't know. Because the pimping is the best source of what you don't know that you need to know about this game. Right? So, you ain't going to understand the value of the pimping if you ain't really on fire about what you don't know. Right? That's why a lot of chicks, talk about how they don't need no man and, a man can't do nothing for them that they ain't already doing for themselves. And, they got a vibrator that work just fine. And, my son is my pimp, or Bank of America is my pimp. Wells Fargo is my pimp. All that bullshit, right? They say things like that because they not thinking big enough. And they not thinking big enough because they don't believe in themselves, right? That's why they looking for somebody that got their own motion, because they not thinking about their own motion, right? Like, it's crazy. This just go give you an idea of how weak the majority of chicks in the game today, how weak their belief in themselves in the game is, right? Hey, man, I ain't never seen so many chicks in the game that get stuck somewhere. A 304 is never supposed to, it's no such thing as a 304 getting stuck. But a lot of these chicks be stuck, stranded in places, sitting outside their hotel, motel room on the stairs with all they bags and they whole life in a couple of bags, sitting on the stairs, stranded, stuck somewhere, sitting on a bus stop bench or a park bench somewhere with nowhere to go. Hey, man, I ain't never heard of so many chicks going to homeless shelters that's supposed to be 304s. This stuff is never supposed to happen in the game. If you are a female in the game, there is never supposed to be a such thing as you getting stuck somewhere. There's never supposed to be a such thing as you going to a homeless shelter. There's never supposed to be a such thing as you stuck outside with your bags and you ain't got nowhere to go or nothing to do. And you don't know where you're going to lay your head at tonight, or you don't know how you're going to eat today. But this is like common shit in the game nowadays. And these be the chicks that's looking for somebody with their own motion, right? See, the thing about a 304 that got the right belief within herself and the right belief about the game and understands the value of the pimping and believes in the pimping, a chick like that, she's focused on what's within her control, what's within her power, right? Because there's so many things beyond your control, right? But one thing about successful people in any walk of life, not just 304s, but successful people, period, like you got a circle of influence you got a circle of the power of your influence, and you got things that's beyond your control, right? And the things that's beyond your control, you can't do nothing about that. But then you got this smaller circle of influence, that's where your power is, right? You focused on what you got control over, right? Like you have control over what you say, you got control over what you think, you got control over what you do, right? So you can't control what somebody else does. You can make an impact on people in certain ways, but at the end of the day, you can't control the next person. You can't make anybody do anything, but you can make yourself do whatever you want to do, right? So with that being the case, successful people, they focus on what they able to do and doing it to the best of their ability, right? And see, the problem with a chick looking for a pimp with his own motion, you can't control that man's motion. You can't control what he does with his motion. His motion, really his money in your mind. You can't control none of that. You can't control the frequency of his motion. You can't control what's being done with his motion, right? You can't control any of that. But you can control your own motion though, right? And what chicks like that don't understand is when you have better control over your motion and better control over yourself, you capable of so much more. And not only that, but you're going to attract the right kind of people in your life. All of y'all, everybody in here done heard the term, people don't want to help somebody that ain't trying to help themselves, right? People who ain't trying to help themselves, they more focused on things beyond their control, determining their success, or if they in the jam, whether or not they're going to get out of jam. You know what I mean? Like, I'll never forget, man, when I was real young, this is before I even got in the game. This is the difference between depending on what's within your control to do versus depending on something that's beyond your control, right? I was probably like, man, I was real young. I was probably like 19, 20 years old, right? And I was over at my homeboy's house. And my homeboy, he was on the verge of getting evicted. Like he needed to pay his rent. And he had been calling people all day trying to scrounge up some money, get a few dollars from this person, get a few dollars from that person, and so on and so forth, right? But then I figured out a way where me and him, he could come with me. Both of us could go get some money right now. You know what I mean? And I let him know. I explained everything to him. I said, hey, bro, we could go bust this move right now, and we'll have your rent money today, this afternoon. All we got to do is go over here, bust this move. You know what I mean? Everything is smooth, and we going to be straight. And see, this is how old this is, right? I want y'all to understand how old this is. This is like in the house phone days. This is when everybody didn't have a cell phone. So he had the house phone that he was calling everybody on, right? So when I put him up on the move that I had for us to go bust, get his rent money, he was like, nah, man, I'm going to sit here and wait for these phone calls, man, and see who come through. right? So here it is. I'm I'm presenting him with an opportunity to do something within his own control to get his rent money, right? But he was more focused on things beyond his control. Oh, I know this person got some money. I know this person got some money. This person can give me 100. This person can give me 200. And if they all come together, man, should I have my rent money? But it's like you don't have to wait for that. You don't have to depend on that. You know what I mean? You don't have to depend on a situation where somebody might change their mind, or I thought I had this much but I only got this much, or damn, I got to a car accident, I'm in the hospital, I can't do nothing right now. It's just so many things because all of this is beyond your control. But hey, man, I'm telling you a way within your control to make something happen right now. You ain't got to wait on nobody. So you know what I did? I went and busted the move anyway by myself. Got my partner's rent money by myself. Came back, gave him the rent money, and he still was waiting on phone calls. Didn't nobody come through that he was waiting on to come through. You know what I mean? If had it not been for me, ain't no telling what would have happened. Then people didn't come through, so he might have got evicted. You know what I mean? Who's to say? But I didn't wait for nothing. And it wasn't even my situation. I just didn't want to see him get kicked out. So, it's a lot of chicks in the game that have that same mindset like my partner. They sitting back waiting on somebody to do something for them instead of focusing on what they can do for themselves. Because if you tap all the way into your 304 and you strengthen your 304 as much as possible, you'll have the mindset of, I don't never have to wait on nobody to do nothing. I could go break a trick right now and then do it again, do it again, do it again until I got what I need, until I got what I want. That's the mindset of a 304. Right? So, when she comes to the table with some pimping, it's more of like a potluck type situation. Like, okay, you got the mashed potatoes. I'm gonna bring the chicken, or you know what I mean. Oh, you got the potato salad. Yeah, I got the I got the the bread or whatever. She bringing something to the table, as opposed to like it's been announced that it's a potluck, but you come in and damn, I couldn't. My bad. I couldn't bring none. But what y'all got over here though? You know what I mean? Oh shit! Oh damn! Y'all! Oh man! Y'all doing it up over here? Cool, cool. Cut and Pete. You know what I mean? But like I said, man, you got to watch how people talk and what type of conversations you indulge in, listen to, engage in, and all of that. Right? You got to pay attention to that shit. You got to watch that type of shit because it's going to feed you the wrong type of energy. It's going to influence the way you think, and the way you think is going to influence the way that you move, and you ain't going to be moving properly. Right? Let me put some more love in my body, man. There's 92 of y'all up in here, but only 83 of y'all done wiped your feet off at the door, man. Do me a favor, wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain. Hit that like button. Hydrate my game one more time. Excuse me. Hey, I gotta break this shit down, right? Because this is something that really be killing me. That like people be thinking they doing something so cold and so original and so ahead and all this old type of shit, but it ain't got nothing to do with no pimping, right? See, this is another thing that chicks who entertain this type of talk, they 304 is gonna be super weak, right? You got these dudes out there that try to portray themselves as some pimping, and they telling chicks all this stuff that they ain't gotta do. Oh, you ain't gotta be down like that. Oh, you ain't gotta do this and do that. You know what I mean? All you gotta do is come with, you know, this small amount, and I'm gonna take it and invest it and flip it and this, that, and the third. Right? You got a lot of cats out there that call themselves some pimping that be selling these chicks dreams that they not able to fulfill, that they not able to bring to a reality. They selling chicks dreams, but they not giving this chick what she paid for. They not making the dream come true, right? Like I say all the time, man, ain't nothing wrong with somebody selling you a dream as long as they give you what you pay for, right? Ain't nothing wrong with dreaming. Dreaming is a beautiful thing, right? And I've sold plenty of dreams, but I give people what they pay for as well. You dig? As long as they pay in full, it kind of work like a car. You know what I mean? Like if you put a down payment on a car and then you get to slacking on the payments, hey, the repo man gonna come snatch that thing back. So kind of on the same token, if a chick put a down payment on this dream and she don't finish paying off the dream, then the dream ain't gonna really be fulfilled. But if a chick pays in full, she gonna get the dream in full, right? But you got these cats out there that be selling chicks dreams that they can't fulfill, right? And at the same time they selling this chick this dream that they can't fulfill, they telling her what she don't have to do. Oh, you don't have to go hard. You don't have to go outside. You don't have to be down. You don't have to be on the blade. You don't have to be in the casino. You don't have to be in the strip club. Like, damn, what do she got to do then? Oh, so she could just give you a couple $100 and you going to take them couple hundreds and turn them into a couple million, huh? Okay. With your crypto schemes and all this old type of, okay. With your fake real estate schemes and all that type of shit. Okay, all right. But see, a 304 just got to be turned on by some pimping, right? Because you got people out there, like you can learn information and be a good investor, right? Somebody can educate you on, how to invest. You can go to school, you can go to seminars, you can be coached by different people that have experience and success with that type of stuff, and you can learn how to be a good investor, right? But somebody who's a good investor isn't necessarily a good pimp. It's a whole different thing dealing with a hoe, because a pimp's job ain't to make things easier on a hoe. He not gonna make it harder on a hoe than it's supposed to be, but a pimp's job ain't to rescue a hoe in the sense of, taking the pressure off of her and allowing her to be weak and dependent and all that type of shit. That's not a pimp's job. But that's the dream that a lot of these dudes that call themselves pimps be selling, right? So a pimp's job is not to just take a chick's money and flip it, right? A pimp may do things like that, but that alone is not a pimp's job, right? A pimp's job is to bring the best out of a 304 and, make sure that she's safe at the same time, make sure that she's happy at the same time, and, make sure that she's on point, right? But it's not just to take a chick's money and flip it, right? Because it's all different kind of people that can do that for you. Hey, Sir Charge, you stupid as hell. Jay Morrison, Tulsa Real Estate, the P. Hey, that's real though. That's how a lot of these dudes is, man. You know, they be selling these chicks dreams that they are not ever going to fulfill. They never gonna get a chick what she paid for, man. You know? And see, when you the type of chick that's eager for a shortcut, you gonna get played a lot. You gonna get played left and right, and then you gonna be talking about I don't fuck with pimps. I don't like pimps, renegade on mine and all this old type of stuff. Because you was looking for a shortcut. You thought that's what the pimping was supposed to do. Provide you with a shortcut. And no. No. You know what I mean? Just like in the square world, ain't no shortcuts. In the game, ain't no shortcuts. You got to go through it to get to it. And you got to respect the process. Right? But then people that be looking for shortcuts, you're going to get played every time. Because people that play on people that's looking for shortcuts, they see your ass from a mile away, be like, got me one. I got one. Okay, I'm going to play the hell out of her ass. You're going to get played every time. Instead of looking for a shortcut, because a shortcut ain't going to make you better. A shortcut, even if it is a real shortcut, it might make your situation better. But if you don't become better, you ain't even going to be able to sustain and grow the situation that you took a shortcut to get to. Right? Because you're not going to be prepared for it. See, it's a whole different thing, when you earn something, when you go through the process to get something, right? You know, it's like these dudes out there, man, that's doing the Bandman Kevo, man. These dudes out there that's getting the fake body put on, the fake muscles and all that type of stuff, man. You know, that's something that's being given to you. It's a shortcut, right? But because people who get the Bandman Kevo BBL kit put on them, because they didn't go through the process and earn it, they're not going to be able to maintain it the same way. When you get older, all that stuff going to start falling apart and you ain't going to look the same. You're going to have to go back to the mechanic, and get your body retouched up, But it's a different thing when you go through the process and you earn that type of body, right? You're going to appreciate it more. You're going to do more with it. You're going to respect it better, and you're going to be more effective with it, right? See, it's a difference between earning something and something being just handed to you, right? That's why a lot of y'all who scour the internet for information and scour the internet for game, and certain information is just given to you and you didn't really have to sit down and study and earn that information and go through it to get to it. That's why you don't do nothing with it. It's a lot of y'all that got a whole lot of information that you don't do nothing with. You've been soaking up game on the internet for years and you got some real good game, but you don't do nothing with it because you didn't earn it. You didn't go through it to get to it. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with getting on the internet and seeking information, because some of you, on the other hand, are the type of individual that is a doer. You got doers and viewers. You got people that sit back and watch what's happening. Then you got people that go make things happen. You got reactive people versus proactive people, right? Now, proactive people, they going to get on here, soak up some information, and they going to put it to use. And they going to make things happen with that information, right? So that's a good thing. But if you're a reactive type of person that think that you just an information hog and you just get on the internet and just, soak up all the information that you can, but you're not a proactive individual, you're a reactive person, you sit back, wait for things to happen, you ain't gonna never do nothing with that information. Right? So it's just a beautiful thing when you're the type of person that is not afraid to earn whatever it is that you want, right? And as a 304, you know, that's the way you're supposed to be. Because when you have that type of mindset of being proactive in earning whatever it is that you want and having your own quote unquote motion and all that type of shit, you know, you never gonna be stuck anywhere. You never gonna be in anybody's homeless shelter. Another thing that chicks in the game that call themselves 304s be doing that ain't really 304s and they belief in the game or themselves ain't strong enough. Hey, that couch surfing shit. Hey man, that messed me up, man, with my partner. And I think I told this story before, but my partner, man, he had this chick from Germany that he knocked and turned out that was so gorgeous, man. This chick was beautiful. And he turned this chick out and was doing some great things in the game with this chick, right? And when she got out on him, man. And when she got out on him, he had came to find out that she was couch surfing. She was on it was this app. He showed me the app and it blew my mind, man. He showed me the app and it was an app called Couch Surfer or Couch Surfing, Couch Surf, some shit like that, where you can get on there and you could look in a certain area, whatever area you in, you could put the zip code or the city or neighborhood, whatever it is, and it'll give you different places in that area where people make their couch available to you. And you could book somebody's couch. Like you book a hotel room or something, or book an Airbnb or something like that. You could book somebody's couch. And I think it was for free. You know what I mean? Like, you know, people just make their couch available to people who need a couch, you know? And but none of these were extended stays. So, you know, that's why they call it couch surfer. Because I guess couches only be available for like a couple days at a time or something like that. So you just gotta play musical couches. You know, when the music stop, you gotta find a couch to lay down on. You know what I mean? Then when the music start up again, you gotta get up and move around till you land on a different couch. I guess that's how that shit work. I don't know. But as a 304, that's something else that like you should never be subject to. This should never be your reality as a 304. When you know what it is to break on a trick, not just, you know, encounter a trick and just take whatever he feel like giving you. No, I'm talking about break on the trick, applying game, charming and disarming, breaking on a trick. As simple as P would say, seducing and reducing, breaking on a trick, right? It's a difference between that and just taking whatever you can get. But when you the type of chick to know what it is to break on a trick, you should never be in a situation where you couch surfing. Eat books, good looking with the $2 holler. My tricking is cheap, but not my appreciation. I dig it, man. Shout out to ebooks, man. He been tricking for quite some time now. Yeah. Anita J say, freeze, you need a cool, pimpish, soiled gold. I think he meant to say solid gold Cuban to go with that fit. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad look. Surcharge stupid. You can stay on my ottoman from morning till lunchtime. Yeah, man. Hey, as a 304, you should never be subject to nothing like that, man. You know? And you know, this is why it's imperative to have some pimping in your life. Because pimping is gonna empower you. He's gonna make your belief in yourself so strong that you don't think about who you can depend on or what you can depend on outside of yourself. Right? See, I'm talking about interdependence, not dependence. You know, when two or more people that are independent come together, you got interdependence, where y'all come together and y'all serving a purpose that's greater than every individual involved. You accomplishing things that no one individual in the mix can accomplish alone, right? And that's why pimping and 304 and come together. You know, see, you got all this, like I said the other day, man, you got all these gender war type things going on where, people get pitted against each other, men versus women, pimps versus 304s and all that type of stuff. And you have a lot of arguments on the internet about whether or not, a P needs a 304 or a 304 needs a P and all that type of stuff. And you got all these chicks in the game to say things like, oh, a P ain't nothing without a 304. Then on the other hand, you got dudes that say, oh, a 304 ain't nothing without a P. But ain't none of us at our best without each other, right? Pimping got game, like some real actual pimping. Pimping got game. So could a pimp survive on his own without a 304? Yes, because as the great Mel Taylor said and the great Andre Taylor popularized, before you can be a pimp, you got to be a man. And a man, at the very least, is going to be able to sustain himself, going to be able to keep his head above water, right? So, yeah, a pimp could survive on his own without a 304. Same thing with a 304. Could a 304 survive without a pimp? Yes. But the same applies to each one, that neither of us are at our greatest without the other. And, I don't know about anybody else, but I didn't get in the game just for survival. I didn't get in this shit just to survive. I could survive doing anything else. You know what I mean? It's people on the streets sleeping under a bridge in a tent, surviving. Survival ain't about shit. That's cool. Survive, but that's not what we in the game for. So, them type of debates are, meaningless and senseless to engage in about whether or not a pimp need a 304 or a 304 need a pimp. It's not about what we need. It's about what we want. And we want to be great. We don't need to be great, but we want to be great. And if we want to be great, we got to be involved with each other. We got to come together and bring the best out of each other and go hard and dream big, think big, see big so we can be big, right? That's what the game is about. But when you think smaller than that, you get involved in them type of conversations about who need who. A pimp don't need a 304, a 304 don't need a pimp, and all that type of bullshit ass conversation that ain't gonna go nowhere. It's not gonna help anybody, right? In them type of arguments or debates or whatever it is, people come into those conversations standing firm on what they believe in. They not coming in with an open mind to build with anybody. So it don't even make no sense to get involved in that, because at the end of it all, you still gonna believe what you believe. They still gonna believe what they believe. Nobody is gonna sway the other into their way of thinking. So, it's senseless. You need to involve yourself in conversations that have to do with building together, building one another up, building yourself up. These are the type of conversations as a 304 that you need to be involved in, right? Amazing Amy, good looking with the $10 holla. Surviving and thriving is two different things. Teamwork make the dream work. You dig. You already know. Exactly. That's what we talking about. We not here to get by. We here to stay. We trying to stay fly. Exactly, man. You know what I mean? So, you know, this is what you gotta understand too, man. Uh, you got a lot of people on the internet, right? That are charismatic. You got a lot of people that talk good and look good and sound good on the internet. But at the end of the day, they basic. They average. And you can tell by, you know, what they talking about. You can tell by their intentions. And, you know, a lot of them ain't really talking about nothing. They're not going to give you what you need to be great as a 304 in this game. You know? So you gotta learn how to shut a lot of shit out. Everything ain't worthy of your attention. Everything ain't worthy of your time. Everything ain't worthy of your engagement. Right? And a lot of people just scroll, feeding themselves bullshit after bullshit after bullshit. You got to guard your energy. You got to guard your mind. Just like you guard your body. You got to guard your energy. And you got to guard your mind. Hydrate my game one more time. It's 112 people in here right now, but only 110 of y'all wiped your feet off at the door, man. Y'all almost got the views looking like the likes, and the likes looking like the viewers. But I know some of y'all in here that ain't wiped your feet off at the door when you step to a pimp's domain, man. Don't be dragging that shit that you was stepping on out in the world all day up into this domain, man. Wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain. Hit that like button. Okay, there we go. Hold on. Bless your heart. E-books. Good looking with the $5 holla. With all wrong messages in media, city girls and amber girls about glorifying bust down behavior. How can I trust women? You know, the truth is a lot of women you ain't gonna be able to trust. But also the truth is you ain't gonna be able to deal with a lot of women at one time. You know, all of the people that you expose to are not gonna be all the people that you deal with in real time, in real life. So you don't need to trust everybody, and you shouldn't want to trust everybody. You know, but when you in tune with yourself and you know what you bring to the table, it's just something about that, man. You naturally attract what you want. And you, a lot of times, repel what you don't want. You don't always repel what you don't want because sometimes, you know, what you don't want, you know, sometimes it'll go hard to be in your mix. But you don't need to trust everybody, man. And before you can trust anybody, you gotta know how to trust yourself. That's another thing, right? You gotta know how to trust yourself. A lot of people don't trust people because they not nobody to trust. Not saying that's the case with you, but me, I don't have no problem trusting the right people and identifying the right people to trust, right? You just got to know how to position people to earn your trust or, figure out that they're not trustworthy and keep it pushing on their ass, right? And this is why you got to learn from your experiences. And you learn from your experiences when you want to be better, when you want to grow. You got some people that don't learn from their experiences because, again, they focused on what somebody else can do for them, right? But when you focused on what you can do for yourself and getting with other people that can do things for themselves, and then y'all come together and do great things together, you more than likely will be more inclined to trust the right kind of people when you like that. So you got to learn how to trust yourself first. A lot of people don't even, like I say all the time, man, a lot of people are strangers to themselves right now. A lot of people are straight strangers to themselves, don't even know who they living with and who they being and who they got to deal with all day, every day, which is themselves. A lot of people are strangers to themselves, don't even know themselves, are totally unfamiliar to themselves. Hey, man. And when you that type of person, which a lot of people are, yeah, it's going to be real hard for you to trust people. For real. You got to know how to trust yourself first. Lojo, good looking with the $2 holler. The guy selling dreams, they call that game. Some people do. Some people do. Hey, I don't know who this person is. Let me do this for you, though. Let's see. I'll give you 30 minutes to think about it. Yeah, I'll give you 30 minutes to think about it, man. I don't know what be wrong with certain people, man. I don't know why me being me bothers certain individuals so much, man, but it really does, man. It trips me out because nobody being who they are has ever bothered me to that point. You know, uh, Now somebody who's trying to disrupt my life, that's something totally different. But somebody who ain't even paying me no mind, just being them, doing them, that's never bothered me. And again, see, this is a prime example of what I'm talking about. I know a lot of y'all probably didn't see the comments of the individual who I just put on timeout, but that is a prime example of what I'm talking about. He's living proof. He's validating and confirming what I'm saying as I'm saying it. You know what I mean? This individual all in the comment section talking about I ain't this and I ain't that. And, I'm on YouTube doing this and doing that. How am I doing this when I'm over here doing that? All this type of stuff. You have time to do that when you're a stranger to yourself. See, people who know themselves and are in tune with themselves, they ain't got time to break down and dissect what somebody else is doing and tell them who they are and what they not and this, that, and the third. You're a stranger to yourself. And see a lot of you 304s out there or ladies in the game that's supposed to be 304s. You a stranger to yourself right now. That's why you be getting into it with all these different chicks on the internet. Going back and forth. Some chicks be getting into it with every other female, every other dude. You know what I mean? Then some chicks be getting into it with everybody in real life. You know what I mean? It's this chick one time that I crossed paths with. I was just talking about the other day, man. This chick, the type of individual, she gets into it with people everywhere she go. every nail shop that she go to get her nails done, she tripping on a nail person. You know, every time she go to get her hair done, she tripping on the hairstylist. You know, every hotel that she go to, she getting kicked out of because she tripping on the people at the front desk. You know, she just getting into it with all these different people, and then she try to choose up with different pimps. She getting into it with them. She getting into it with supposed to be wifeys. She getting into it with different HPs that she supposedly have. While she down and around all this type of stuff. And for those of y'all familiar with HPs, that's 304 partners. But she the type of chick to get into it with everybody everywhere about everything. And it's because she's a stranger to herself. And she's carrying a problem around with her. And she thinks that the problem is this person, this place, that place, so on and so forth. But the problem is her. But because she's a stranger to herself and she's unfamiliar with herself, she ain't gonna never identify the problem. The problem is always gonna be somebody else or something else or somewhere else. It's never gonna be her. Stranger to herself. She get into it with tricks too. Stranger to herself. So, like I said, this person who I just put on timeout, man, I gave him 30 minutes to think about it, man. So you can't comment right now. Only thing you could do is listen and tune into this game and watch and observe this game, man. See, even people that come in here and try to, throw me off while I'm popping and chopping this game. I got some game for them type of people too. See, you get on here trying to start an argument with me. I ain't gonna argue with you. What I look like arguing with somebody that's hiding behind a fake page talking crazy. It don't make no sense, but I'll give you some game though. Stop being a stranger to yourself, man. Learn yourself. Introduce yourself to yourself. Become familiar with yourself. And then become your own best friend. See, you a stranger to yourself. How you yourself and you your own op as yourself. Hey, how many people out there, man, is their own biggest op? That's crazy. But that's a whole lot of people, though. How you your own biggest op? That's crazy. But a lot of y'all out there is your own biggest op and don't even know it, man. That person who was trying to argue with me in the chat right now, man, you your own biggest op and don't even know it, man. Bless your heart, though, man. Pimp got some game for you, too. You dig? Game God. Good looking with the $2 holler. Why do y'all YouTube pimps give these squares free game? See, again, me, I'm not a stranger to myself. I'm in tune with myself, right? And I understand how value works, right? And I understand how game works. See, game is universal, right? And I speak from my perspective. I speak from my point of view, which is the game point of view, right? I come from the game. So I speak in terms of the game. But one thing about game is that it has universal application, meaning, just like I'm some pimping, but I could sit back and watch Earn Your Leisure and get some game off Earn Your Leisure. I could sit back and watch Impact Theory. That's another channel that I like to watch on YouTube. I could sit back and watch Impact Theory. I don't know of any pimps that have ever been on Impact Theory, but I sit back and soak up a whole lot of game from that, So on that same token, as some pimping, I understand the value of game. And you never know. See, what I'm doing is sowing seeds, right? I'm dropping seeds on people. And some of these seeds might land on fertile ground, and some of these seeds might not. Some of these seeds might fall on deaf ears and it don't grow and it don't do nothing. And some seeds might fall on fertile ground. See, you know, I like giving game to people that is gonna do something with it, and it don't have to be a pimp or a hoe, right? And that's another thing I want you to understand about me too, right? Um, People see me as somebody to get on here and kick game and give people free game and things like that. And yeah, I may do that. But my bigger purpose is to inspire people. That's what I want to do more than anything. More than I want to teach people, I want to inspire people. It's a whole lot of other people that teach better than me. It's a whole lot of other people that speak better than me, got more information than me and things like that. Uh, but I want to inspire people because information game, as you call it, free game, even without me here, it's enough free game out there all over the internet, right? Might not be the game that I got to give, but and some of it might be, a little bit of it, right? But it's a whole lot of good teachers out there. It's a whole lot of good free game out there to get, but what's not so available to everybody is inspiration. Cause see, inspiration is gonna make you move. Inspiration is gonna make you take action. Game ain't necessarily gonna make you take action. And that's another reason why I don't have no problem giving what you call free game, because I know everybody ain't gonna take it and do something with it. And whoever does receive it and take it and do something with it was meant to have it. Right? If I give you some free game and you take something and do something good with it, you was meant to have it. It was there. It was Everything happens for a reason. I don't believe in coincidence. Shit don't just happen coincidentally. It's a reason, it's a purpose for everything. Right? So, and then not just that, but like, I'm not gonna do this with the game. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna do that with my game. I don't trip like that. And see, you make a statement like that because you got a scarcity mindset. You think that like that's what it comes off as when you say something about these TV pimps giving free game. I take that as you think that I'm gonna give some people out here some game and that's gonna take away from what you doing some type of way, right? And you think that way because you got a scarcity mindset. You think it's not enough of whatever it is that you're trying to go after. You think it's too many people in your way or too many things in your way between you and that. In order for you to get to it, it's too much shit in your way. And you think that what I'm doing by giving free game on here is putting more shit in your way. But even if me being on here encourages the wrong person to try to do the right thing in the game, hey man, you just got to see it from the right perspective. You got to look at it with the right lenses, man. Hey, suckers bring 304s to the game all the time. You need them type of people. You need boyfriends and tricks and squares and all type of people that bring chicks to the game and make them available to some pimping, But even bigger than that and beyond that, I just like I said, man, the most fulfilling shit for me out of what I do on YouTube is when, people give me their testimonies about how what I say and do on here made an impact on them. Right? And I'm talking about, that's why I say inspiration. Right? When I get on here and I talk and me getting on here talking inspire somebody to make certain moves in their life, to quit smoking cigarettes, to quit drinking alcohol, to quit eating fried food, to quit eating processed food, to drink more water, put more love in their body. I done had people tell me that, them seeing me on here inspired them to make certain moves to where they don't have diabetes no more. they had type 2 diabetes, but after seeing me do certain things and move a certain way and talk about certain things, they made certain changes in their life and now they ain't got type 2 diabetes no more. That's the type of shit that I'm on here for. See, you think it's small. You got to be thinking big. You know what I mean? You got to think big, man. Think bigger than that. You dig? And see, because I get on here and give so much, I receive so much as well, man. And it ain't just about money. I don't really get on here for money like that. You know what I mean? I don't live off of this shit. I appreciate what's given. You know what I mean? Like your $2, I appreciate that, but I don't get on here for money. You know, like I said, I get on here to inspire. I like to see people do better and be better. You dig? Preeminent game. Good looking with the $50 holla. You dig? Blessings to the real gentlemen and ladies. Life is beautiful. Man, you ain't never lied, man. That's what I love to hear. You dig? But yeah, shout out to the people on here that take game and do something with it. You dig? I don't feel bad about giving anybody any game. You could be square as a hat box, square as a pool table, and twice as green. If you take some information that I give on here and you do something good with it, man, I appreciate that. Let me know that I'm doing something right. Let me know that I'm doing something good with what I got. Right? I don't feel bad about getting on here and chopping it up, giving free game. And see, I don't know who you are, right? Who was that again? Let me go back. Game God. I don't know who you are, right? So I don't know if this applies to you. But this be my thing, man. And, you know, Sinful to P went through it a whole lot. And I'm sure Andre Taylor has gone through it a whole lot. And I go through it a whole lot. But you got all these individuals that got so much criticism for the ism, right? All these individuals that talk about, you know, getting on here, giving free game and, you know, you shouldn't be doing this and shouldn't be doing that. A lot of times, man, them be the people that wish they could do what I do, but they can't. Or they tried it, but it didn't work. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't know if that's you, but a lot of y'all that get on the internet talking about who shouldn't be doing what and who shouldn't be saying what and talking about this and talking about that. A lot of y'all be the ones that tried this shit and it just didn't go nowhere. You know, because if you had masses of people listening to you about what you got to say and masses of people wanting to learn from what you got to say and be inspired by what you got to say, you would be doing it too. Most of y'all, not all of y'all, but most of y'all that got something to say about me being on here, doing this shit, popping this shit, talking this shit, most of y'all wish you could do it and tried to do it, but it didn't go nowhere. So don't be mad at me because, you know, you like, you see what I'm doing as something so big. Hey man, on YouTube, I'm small beans, man, in the grand scheme of things, man. I got, you know, just slightly under 40,000 subscribers, man. In the YouTube world, that's like a drop in the bucket, man. I ain't nobody on here, man. You know, I'm just, you know, a guy to get on here and talk shit from time to time, man. Cheeks, good looking with the $2 holla. How do I reach you? I got some shit I'm going through. Well, you know, I'm not doing consultations right now. I know I've been telling y'all that I'm gonna start them up, but it just been so many things going on. It's kind of been, uh, delaying me getting to that, and I do still intend on getting to that, but I can't give you a definite time as to when and how you'll be able to reach me on that. But when I do get that up and running in motion, I'll make it known to everybody. King Beers, good looking with the $2 holla. Blessings to you, P. Game guy trolling from 4 pages. Yeah, that might be the individual that I put on timeout. He probably just came from his different page and things like that. It's all good. I ain't worried about it. E-Books, good looking with the $2 holla. Apologize if I was negative with my sharp criticism. Hey man, you entitled to your opinion. And it's not gonna make me look at you no type of way because of your opinion is sharp, and it's not gonna change my opinion is sharp, so I'm still gonna have love for Sharp. I'm still gonna support him and encourage him, because at the end of the day, man, Sharp, people can say what they want about Sharp, but Sharp, his history ain't no mystery. And I can respect that, right? Even though we don't know each other personally beyond the internet, I know he been around. I know people who've been around who have validated him. So his history ain't no mystery. A lot of people that get on this internet talking like they come from this game, their history is a mystery, man. People wait till they 40-something years old, have a midlife crisis, and be like, you know what? I watched enough Sinful to P. I watched enough Andre Taylor. I watched American Pimp, Pimps Up, Hoes Down. I watched all the cross-country pimpings. I listened to enough Sugar Free and Rollo the Pimp. I'm going to be a pimp. I know I'm like 40-something years old, but, I still look decent for my age, man. I don't want to be a square no more, man. I don't want to punch a clock. I don't want to, be a slave to the man. I want to be a pimp. And a lot of cats get on here and they study the lifestyle, they study the culture, and next thing you know, they big old pimping. But their history be a mystery. You be like, oh, wait, you 45 years old? Okay, how long you been in the game? Oh, you been in the game that long? Where you from? Oh, you from over there? And you was pimping back in such and such year? Was you around when Wooty Woo was over there? Do Wooty Woo know you? Do Wooty Woo, you don't know none of these people? You sure you was in the game back then over there? Nah. That's how most of these people be. But that ain't the case with Sharp. Sharp been around. Sharp officially come from this shit. So, I can't do nothing but show love and support somebody like that. You dig? I'm really going through some shit, but okay, you got IG? Yeah, I got IG, man. I got I got 2 different Instagrams, man. The Instagram that I'm more active on though is even my hello costs. Underscores in between each word and an underscore at the end. Even my hello costs. You dig? If you put in even my hello costs on Instagram, I'm going to pop up like some toast out the toaster. You dig? Let me hydrate my game one more time. You see. Okay, y'all got the likes looking cool, man. But again, if you ain't wiped your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain, please do so now. Hit that like button. What happened to the Tijuana trick that was pimping? Ebooks. If you talking about my partner who I was talking about, I think I know who you talking about. That he wasn't necessarily pimping. He was having prostitutes though. You know, he was somebody that was a early influence on me in the game, early in the game. But I came to find out quickly that he really wasn't a pimping like that. But that was my partner. That was my loved one, man. But if that's who you're talking about, my partner who I said he was having prostitutes paying him, but then he would go to Tijuana and get his trick on. That individual passed away a few years ago now. Like 3 years, about 3.5 years ago, he passed away. So God rest his soul. I think that's who you're talking about. From the 31 Flavors of Pimpin' video. See, I can't remember. I think I did. I think I did mention my partner. Or I described pretty much my partner in the 31 Flavors of Pimpin'. I think I did. I think I did. And more than likely, that's who I was talking about. But yeah, he's no longer with us. Did he manage to keep the facade, or did the stable realize he was a trick? No. Well, he never really had a stable. You know what I mean? He might have like one chick at a time, two for a very brief period here and there, but mostly he would have like one chick at a time. He never had a stable per se. But to my knowledge, the young ladies that he was having, they never knew that he was going to Tijuana and doing his thing. Pearl say, "Freeze, you interviewing? What you talking about interviewing? Hmm? Interviewing, I might be." Urban Potters Media, what's up with it, man? DMV in the spot. Sup, Freeze? What's happening with you, man? But yeah, man. Back to the message at hand, though. You dig? About 304s believing in themselves, man. See, uh, another thing that trips me out about certain 304s, right? Now, most of the times when you're dealing with some pimping, as a 304, you're going to have wifeys, right? And a lot of 304s, because their belief in themselves isn't right, and they understanding and belief of the game ain't what it's supposed to be, and they belief in the pimping ain't what it's supposed to be. A lot of chicks don't recognize wifeys for what they are, and therefore don't appreciate wifeys for what they and are not being the best wifey that they could possibly be to their wifeys, right? See, a lot of chicks get around wifeys and they think that they wifeys is supposed to make shit easier on them. You know, like they ain't got to put the pedal to the metal because they got wifeys, right? But this is how a 304 who believes in her 304ing and who believes in the game and believe in her folks and believe in the household, this is the right way that you're supposed to be thinking, right? Like your whole purpose and your whole objective is to pay the fuck out of your folks, right? And you know, you don't really necessarily have these thoughts per se. You don't think about this, but the way your 304 is set up, you know, pimping could not only survive but thrive just off of your 304 alone, right? And you got a lot of chicks, like I say, they be a part of households and they not the type that, you know, the pimping could survive and thrive on just by themselves, right? They the type that wouldn't even be able to survive and thrive on their own if they wasn't a part of this household, right? A lot of chicks choose up and become a part of a household looking for an easy way out, you know, or they want a ready-made situation. They don't come to build with the pimping. You know, they come to take a load off with the pimping, right? And, you know, they do things like, you know, they want to take credit for what they wifeys who was there before them built, you know, and try to make it seem as though they were a part of that building process, but they really weren't. You know, you got a lot of stuff like that going on. But again, a 304 with the right type of mindset, she want to pay the hell out of her folks. And not only that, but, you know, she's the type that, like I said, pimping could survive and thrive on just her 304 alone. So when you have multiple ladies who are those types that, okay, I know if it was just her, or if it was just her, or if it was just her, or if it was just her, I could survive and thrive with any one of these chicks by themselves. But we all coming together to do something big, to do something great. We ain't in this shit to be average. We ain't in this shit to just get by. We in this shit to be great. We in this shit to be legendary. We want to do some shit so big that when we think about it right now, it's scary. We don't even know how we gonna get there, but we gonna get there. We don't know when, where, how, but we gonna get there. That's all we know is we gonna get there, right? That's the type of right mindset that a 304 is supposed to have. And see, when 304s have that type of mindset, they don't be thinking to themselves like, what is he gonna do with the money? Is he gonna invest it? Is he gonna flip it? Is he gonna do this? Is he gonna do that? You know, when you got some good folks in your life, and you know that he doing right by you, you just trust him. You don't sit back and try to monitor and try to dictate and question what he doing and all that. You just trust him because you know he gonna do right by you, right? Especially when you got some type of folks that, like, you know, he ain't got no secret family on the side. He ain't married. You know, he ain't got no girlfriend on the side, no nothing like that. And then he ain't got no gambling problem. He ain't got no drug problem. He ain't got no drinking problem. You know what I mean? He's just simply being your greatest asset. And at the same time, he lacing you up. He guiding you. He helping you avoid bullshit and, you know, do the Barry Sanders and sidestep all the bullshit and pitfalls that could possibly come your way. And he's helping you be great. You don't need to question. It ain't your place to question what he gonna do with this and what he gonna do with that, right? And when you go to choose him, it's on you to be as thoughtful and mindful as you need to be in making a wise decision. You got to know what you want. But once you choose that man, you got to trust that man. And that's a big major part of, you know, believing in yourself as a 304 and believing in the game and believing in your folks. Not questioning what he doing every step of the way. Right? And this is the thing too, right? See, how they say, when you in Rome, do as the Romans do. When you in the game, you got to do as people in the game do, right? And this is a problem that a lot of 304s have too, right? Especially young 304s that's kind of, ain't been in the game that long. And once they family and friends learn that they in the game, they got all this advice. They got all these suggestions about how this young 304 should be in the game when they ain't never set foot in the game, ain't never thought about setting foot in the game. And not just that, they look down upon the game and think they too good to be in the game. But because they know that you with a pimp, they got all this, what you should do and what you shouldn't do and this, that, and the third. Hey, don't, that shit right there is definitely going to weaken your belief in yourself as a 304 if you allow them type of, conversations to influence you on how you dealing with your folks in the game. You don't need to be listening to that type of bullshit. The best thing is for any type of family members or friends or whatever to just, stay out of that. And as a 304, it's your place to check them. Like, look, I appreciate your concern, but I don't need your advice, about how I'm supposed to live my life with my folks. When the last time you had folks? Oh, you ain't never had folks, right? When last time you sold some vagiznina? Oh, you ain't never did that, huh? When the last time you caught a date with a triznik? Oh, you ain't never did. Okay, so with that being the case, again, I appreciate your concern, but I got all the advice I need over here. You know what I mean? That's why I rock with him, because he got everything that I need to know right here. I don't need no, that's not your place. I just need you to love me and support me. That's it. I don't need you to advise me. Because I done seen situations where, a young 304 will choose up with some ism and her mama will be encouraging her to be a renegade. Oh, you don't need to give your money to him. Even though he done taught her everything she need to know and guided her in every which way she need to be guided so that she could be great in the game. And she came to him with, next to nothing. She had probably a choosing fee and a whole bunch of, surrender and 304 with her, and he took her and built her up and made things happen with her, and now she got some things to show for it. But her mama is in her ear talking about, oh, you don't need to be giving your money to him. You the one going out there and doing this and doing that. What's he doing? He ain't doing nothing. He ain't putting on no heels and mini skirt, and he ain't going out there dealing with strangers and putting himself in danger. He ain't doing what you doing. You don't need to be you don't need to be giving him your money. You know what I mean? You got the mamas out there to be trying to, sway a young 304 in that type of way. Not just mamas, but aunties, big sisters, cousins, best friends, all that type of shit. Baby daddies, ex-boyfriends that'll try to get in the mix and try to, got to cut all that off. But you got young chicks that be like considering those types of conversations, like considering what's being said. And no, that's gonna weaken your belief in yourself as a 304 all the time. You know, it's much better that you you keep them type of people out your mix, right? Yeah, man, we gonna chop it for a little bit more. Then Pimp gonna end up wrapping it up. You dig? In the meantime, if you have not wiped your feet off at the door when you stepped into a pimp's domain, please do so now. Hit that like button. We are at 148 likes right now. You know, it'd be a beautiful thing if we could at least get to 160 before we get up out of here. King Beard says, that's where my love for the game came from for real. They told me my uncle was pimping and drug dealing. He got caught up and never told. I love my uncle D. Oh, I love my uncle Didi. Long live Didi Strutter. For sure. Dig that. Long live Unc indeed. Shout out to him for keeping it solid too. Not telling on nobody. Michelle is me says, you can't delegate what you don't understand. That's why people listen to get uncommon information. A lot of these men don't qualify. Y'all hold on just a second. I gotta take a phone call real quick. Hold on. All right, we back at it. Sylvia, good looking with the $5 holla. What happened to the Ups and Downs P Mix studio version? It disappeared from my playlist. Mm, damn, that should have still been on there. Let me see something real quick. Let me see something right quick. I'll tell you right now. Because I thought that was still on there. Hold on. Yeah, the studio version I don't know if I took that down. You know, I might have taken that down, but because YouTube probably was tripping about it. That might be. Let me see something though. Hold on, because I think it is on. Yeah, see, it's not on my YouTube channel anymore. But let me do this. I may end up putting it back on YouTube though. Now that you brought that to my attention, but let me see. Okay. That right there, Sylvia, is the link to my SoundCloud, and you can download it there for free for right now. Let me see. Dang, what I do with it? Where did it go? Okay. But yeah, in the meantime, until I put it back on YouTube, you can go there and download it for free. Let me just make sure. I think it is available for free to download. Let me just double check. Yeah, you can download it for free right there on SoundCloud. So, but I am going to eventually put it back on YouTube. Thank you. I sure appreciate it. That's one of my workout songs. Oh, for sure. My bad. I ain't mean to mess up your workout playlist because I know how you feel about that. Like, I can relate. That's like certain Messy Marv songs. You know, it's certain songs by Messy Marv that that were once available but ain't available no more. And I be like, damn, Mess. Like, what's wrong with what happened? You know? I hope you have an amazing night, King. Pearl, I appreciate you. I hope you have an amazing night as well. Thank you. Freeze, you gonna post more gym videos. You motivate niggas to get in shape. Yeah, man. I just was talking with somebody about that the other day. I need to reactivate my game related fitness channel. You know, because I got a channel. I don't know if you're familiar with it because it ain't that big. I only have like a handful of videos on there and probably like less than 1,000 subscribers. But I do got a channel called Game Related Fitness, and I do need to get that back cracking though, because I ain't posting nothing on there in forever. Oh, never mind. I was watching the Ups and Downs P Mix in the car. Yeah, that's the original version I did in the car, and you know it got such a cool response that I ended up recording it. Messy Marv is raw. Wasn't that him to drop player in the game? Uh, Probably so. I know he got a song called "Player in You." I don't know if you talking about that one. Messy Marv got so much shit. He probably do got a song player in the game, and I'm pretty sure I'm familiar with it. I just can't think of it right now. But yeah, Mess got a lot of stuff that used to be on certain streaming platforms that ain't there no more. I don't know if it's because of copyright issues or whatever, but you know, what's that album? It's a certain album that Messy Marv got, man, that it's like hard to find, but it's dope as hell. It came out, I think, in 2004 or 2005. Uh, they got the song Crazy on there. He got a song with Birdman on there. Uh, the song Crazy, I think, got Keek the Sneak and this other dude. I can't remember his name. But yeah, man, Messy Marv got heat. You know, I hope Messy Marv get himself together one day. Shout out to Mess. Drop a link to the health channel. Let me do that. Even though it's in hibernation, I ain't putting nothing on there forever. I will share it with y'all. It's a few videos on there. Oh, I don't know why. Oh, okay, cool. Wait, why did it do that? Oh, my bad. I accidentally put the link to this channel. I don't know why it gave me that link. Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. My bad. Let me do this. Okay. There we go. Okay, that's the link right there to game related fitness. Let me pin that. Oh shit. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so that's the link to game related fitness. Like I said, I only got a few videos on there. But I'm gonna get it back cracking. But it is about that time to wrap this one up, man. And if you ain't wiped your feet off at the door when you stepped into a pimp's domain, please do so now. Hit that like button. And as far as the message at hand, hey, as a 304 in the game, you know, you want to feed yourself things, conversations, thoughts, information, experiences that's going to strengthen your belief in yourself as a 304, strengthen your belief in yourself as a woman, and, you know, help empower you to be more proactive and make things happen as opposed to sitting back and wait for things to happen, because that's not the way of a 304. You dig? So don't be entertaining all these square ass conversations from dudes that call themselves pimps that's trying to be your friend but ain't trying to be your greatest asset. Stop listening to all that sexy red and uh F my baby daddy and booty meat and all that bullshit that ain't got nothing to do with the game. Or that song sounds so stupid. I don't know if that's Glorilla something something. What she say? I heard that shit the other day. She said something something. Uh, I'll be the trick, dada. something, 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 dada. But she said something about, she kept saying dada after every other bar. And she said something, I'll be your trick. Oh man, that shit sounds so stupid. Don't be listening to that type of stuff. That's not going to encourage you, to be a better, stronger 304. And it's just straight nonsense. You dig? So, yeah. But as always, I appreciate y'all for tuning in and tapping in with a pimp. Let me hydrate my game one more time before we get up out of here. Yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for all your comments, questions, jokes, input, feedback, all that good stuff. I appreciate you for sharing this video. I appreciate you for subscribing and hitting the bell when you subscribe. I appreciate you for all your super chats, your cash apps, your PayPals. I appreciate you for all your support in every which way that you come with it, man. Y'all already know who it is and what it is. Freeze is it. If you out in traffic moving around, please do so in a safe fashion. And of course, as always, long live the incomparable Sinful to P. We out.